What's it say?
It says you are live.
Cool beans. Now I'm going to go to YouTube and make sure it's on.
Can we sit it a little farther away? So
Yes.
Oh, man. It works.
I just got.
Look at that.
Can we sit it a little farther away? So
Yes.
Oh, man. It works.
I just got.
Look at that.
Yeah, I see it. Okay.
Yes. Oh, man. It works. That was right on time, too. You can, I think you can fix your camera, too, at the bottom where it says cam and mic. It'll say cam and mic.
Yeah.
You can click on it, and then you can, on the camera setting, you can set your camera resolution to 720. Hey, what's up?
There we go.
hi.
Is that
You can't
better?
see me. Hi.
If you go to the right where it says private chat and comments, if you click the comments one, it'll let you read the comments.
I
Yeah,
can
we
see
can see it.
comments.
Oh, okay, cool. What up?
You want to get on your thing and do comments?
Yeah, I'll do comments.
Okay.
You know,
Hey guys, welcome. We've been having some issues trying to get this thing going, but we finally got it figured out. So I'm over at Jennifer's house, and Bentley is right here with us. He wanted to be on YouTube too. Anyway, I'm glad we finally got this fixed so that I don't have to try to hold that iPad up, because that was. I'm glad we finally got this fixed so that I don't have to.
I don't know how to do that.
You just, turn your volume. Just click it down. Click your volume down.
Got it.
Sorry, guys. We're doing this a new way than we did last time, so we're using the new streaming thing.
Well, and we're also running a little behind because where my brother lives, there's a tropical storm right now. So they actually lost their internet connection. He took off to his church, and now he's with us. So we're glad for that.
Looky there, Tennessee.
Denise from Von Orr. Well, welcome. You're not that far away, actually. Hey, Bradley. Good to see you. Mr. John, I should say. We got, who is it from Louisiana? I just seen it. Oh, Randolph from Louisiana. We got Mr. Bob up there. The what was he, last month's winner, wasn't he, Patrick?
He won the axe, yeah. He said he was about to use it soon.
Yeah.
Hey, Tim from Arkansas.
There's Ronald from Holland. Is that overseas or Holland, Michigan?
Hi, Eldon.
We got Florida. We got Maine. Minneapolis.
I was kind of worried that we didn't mention this live too many times before. I try to plan things out, but I'm going to tell you what, there's just so much stuff going on out there that it is hard to remember everything. And I remember, I think it was in 2 of the videos we put in there that we were going to go live. And well, actually, it was Jennifer's idea. She wanted to do another one.
Yes.
So,
Hi, Sweden, Mr. Is it Bahram? Bahram?
yeah, I guess so.
Ooh, mascot. Hi, Ronnie.
What's up, Ronnie? You're close by.
Oh, look. Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
Hey, welcome everybody. Let me just say
I know. Like we're trying to keep up. California, Australia. What's up? I could almost cry. This makes me happy.
What was I saying? I don't remember. What do you think about all that, Bentley? Huh? Somebody said one time that I should get a dog and keep him with me there. The thing about it is I would love to have one, but I work 24-hour shifts, sometimes 48 hours. And what would the dog do at home? There's nobody there. I couldn't leave a dog home for 48 hours. And I'm certainly not going to get one and have him chained up out there to be there when I get off. But yeah, that would be great to have a dog. out there with me, keep me company and stuff. Bentley, he's such a little fella, and he's got so much hair. I don't think he would stand it. I could barely. I don't know. Have you been watching some of these recent videos where my clothes were just completely wet, and I just about, at the end of the day, we just want to pass out. It was very difficult to try to keep up with trying to do my work and video. And try to keep up with. Anyway, but Texas, Corpus Christi, yeah, Patrick's there.
Yeah, I'm trying to get on so I can comment back to some of you guys.
Yeah. He actually had to go to 2 different places to get internet because the internet was out where he was at. So.
Yeah.
Yes, I do have jokes tonight. You know me. But hey, listen, our next video
Corpus Christi, you're right in it.
Yeah, he is. They are.
Sorry.
I have some good news. The video hasn't came out that I told it on, I think, what was it, yesterday or the day before? Yesterday. We actually got school postponed. We were supposed to start next Friday, the 31st, but we now go back to school on September 8th. So guess what that means? You get more of me. He's so excited,
I'm sure y'all are going to love more jokes.
Oh, look who's in there.
Huh?
What up?
Who?
Oh, Hellcat.
Okay. There you go. Sit right there. Now, okay. Yeah, my son, he called me earlier. He says, hey, Dad, you want to give away a chainsaw? And I said, well, I guess we could. But what we're going to do is we're going to wait a month or 2 before we give one away.
Hey, listen, Mr. Bradley wants to know if Patrick and I played well together when we were kids.
No.
No?
I'm kidding.
Listen, we were always in the creek. We had a little tree house homemade. He really tormented my mom with pokeberries. He acted like he was bleeding to death. We were some good kids, though. I think Dad would say so.
Well, let me tell you.
You're going to tell the story, aren't you?
There used to be a big pine tree, white pine tree in the turnaround where you come up to the house. And up in that tree, my son had this kind of like fort. And when I would be missing tools, I would go out and all my tools would be hanging up in the tree. So,
the people that bought that said that there's still tools hanging in that tree.
That's been a long time.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to know your Mountain Dew apple dumpling recipe. I didn't mean to get off topic, though.
Somebody says a chainsaw. How about Jennifer's Mountain Dew apple dumpling recipe?
I can give the recipe out I can't figure out how to get myself in the camera.
Hey, there's a guy from Scotland says, I love your channel. Stay safe and works.
Thank you.
I spent many years, almost 30 years, up on a telephone pole, either on hooks or on a ladder. So I'm not really scared of heights. And I know you've seen me up on the roof, and I built several houses. Growing up, we never had safety equipment, just like the chainsaw. There weren't chaps back then. People didn't wear goggles, things like that, or hard hats. I have started doing that. But some of the rest of that stuff, I know you see me up there, and I am very careful about what I do. Doesn't mean that I couldn't get hurt, because I did fall off of 2 telephone poles in the 30 years, but thank goodness I didn't break anything. One was because one of my spikes hit a nail as I was climbing up. Then the other one was some wasps had run me out when I opened the terminal. They were flying around my head, and I kind of cut out, but I went back down and cut back in. But anyway, I just wanted to say that, I try to be careful, but, a lot of that stuff probably wouldn't get done if I just didn't go ahead and do it, because.
I know you all saw yesterday's video. At one point, he literally said, I'm going to have to sit down right here, and he collapsed onto the roof. That is my fault. He was actually given out and said that he didn't really want to put the tent up that day. But I'm like, hey, we can do this. I'm here. Yeah, I didn't know it was that bad.
I'm here, but who was the one up on the roof?
Yeah, but like I didn't know it was going to be that awful. So I really felt really bad at the end of the day when he could hardly walk. And
Netherlands, hey, good to see you. You know, it has been unbearably for about the last 3 weeks to a month, like 100% humidity and right at 90 plus degrees. And I mean, as soon as I get out of the truck, when I pull up there, I'm already sweating, you know, without even having done anything. And it's so thick that you can just almost feel it, you know, on your face. But, you know, hey, you still have to press through, you know. So I just drink lots of water and take several breaks and take 2 or 3 changes of clothes with me and try to still, you know, when I get in the truck to come home, I have to sit on a towel or something because my clothes are just soaking wet. So I was watching one of the videos that I've got scheduled to come up Monday, and I was bending over screwing some metal in, and I'm looking at my pants, and I'm like, well, those are a bunch of wet spots.
it was. I know what video that was. Listen, J24, I am actually a school nurse, so I'm not taking any courses. But anyway, I was trying to answer that question. And yes, the Adventures Before Dementia. I could not think of your name a minute ago, but I have not forgot you.
Southeast Texas, where? Like
hey,
Walmart?
you just told them you drink a lot of water. Is that all you drink?
A lot of water and lemonade.
And lemonade? What else?
Yeah.
I think Diet Mountain Dew should sponsor him. Because he's telling a story. My finger is good, by the way. This one is still bruised quite a bit. So sometimes if I hit it just right, it hurts really bad. But this one, we're coming right along. Someone made the comment about it being out there to see it. So I actually went and got some red Coban so I could say, hey. What are you laughing at?
What's funny?
What up, Steven?
Spring, Tennessee?
Steven.
Spring City?
Hey, Steven, you're in Dandridge. You must be really close, like in my basement or something.
That's my daughter's husband, who's probably downstairs.
Hey, where's Spring City?
I don't know.
Cheryl from Spring City.
Yes, Mountain Dew and Pepsi sponsorship. Absolutely.
Yeah, those are his 2 favorite drinks.
Are
they still planning to build an oven in the outdoor kitchen, David? Yes. It's happening right now.
I've been off this week. I've made 5 videos. And the first day I was off will be tomorrow's video because you all are generally 4 to 5 videos behind if I can keep it that way, because if I had an emergency, if I got sick, or if anything happened, you know, as many as I'm putting out 3 a week, there wouldn't be any videos. So I have to keep you behind a little bit. But I will go ahead and tell you guys this, since you're live, and anybody else that's tuned into the channel who's not watching the live, I have the handrails up, I have the metal on, I have the base of the earth oven complete. I even have cabinets put in there with a countertop with a basin and a pump that I can pump water with. You'll be seeing on these upcoming videos. So this is kind of like a subscriber plus, okay? You get to know that it's already done. You just haven't seen it yet.
Spring City is by Watts Bar.
Okay.
Nuclear power plant.
Okay.
And listen, hi, Deborah from Ocala, Florida. Wow. And Maine has their own soda pop. It's called Moxie. Well, guess what? I'll be looking for that in the mail. You know what I mean?
Somebody, who was it? Was it Jerry? Jerry, is that how you pronounce your name, from Ireland? I think I did some research recently. I was trying to find some, like where our family was from. And on my dad's side, his grandmother, their family was the Luttrells from Ireland, which I believe is where Luttrellstown, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, kind of started and came from many years ago.
Yeah, I think back in the 1600s. I was able to trace our family tree back to 17, but we lost it from there. Then my son did some more research and picked up the Luttrells, because there was one member in our family that was living about 20 years ago. Their last name was Luttrell. Anyway.
Cheryl said her husband slid off the roof this week when it started raining while he was up there screwing in the roof. Luckily, just bumps and bruises. Ouch.
Yeah, you don't get up on the roof when it's wet, especially metal.
Hey, listen. Deborah Powell says, Jennifer, did you see how many people were at Stevie Wonder's concert last weekend? No, that's okay. He didn't either.
What?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I don't know what county.
Hey, Monique.
So what were your jokes?
What was my jokes?
Yeah, you told me you had jokes.
Oh, I do. Hold on.
How do you make a campfire with just 2 sticks?
Say what?
How do you make a campfire with just 2 sticks?
Rub them together.
You make one. Sure, one of them's a match. Of course, Jennifer would just use a fire.
Hey, wait. I know these jokes. Give me one of the other ones. Some of them other ones are pretty good.
How do trees get on the internet?
There you go.
They log on. Hey, what do you call a one-eyed deer?
I don't know.
No idea.
Uh,
Like no idea, no idea.
Okay.
Yes, he mentioned a chainsaw. There have been people that have mentioned in the past, and I think we may have talked about this a little bit before, when they're like, hey, we don't really care about your giveaways. We're just here for the great content and everything. But the whole idea, which my dad stated multiple times, was, this channel really, it's moved forward and it exists, and because of you guys being able to subscribe and share, and you've supported us. And so one of just the, many ways we're trying to give back is by providing a way for you to, not only are you watching like outdoor activities and everything, but we're giving you a chance to win at least something every month that has to, it's not just like a t-shirt, like, you may not care about a t-shirt, but it's something that you can use outdoors. And hopefully, it's something that you would like to use. And so we've always tried to like up the game. And so like today I called them and I'm like, we should give something crazy away, like a chainsaw, or just start giving away like some crazy stuff. And that's, of course, I didn't want to give away like $10 items. To me, that just wasn't worth it. That's not as much value as you're giving us. And so I'm like, we need to do something that's valuable, because these people have really helped us out a whole lot. They've supported us and stuck around for so long. We should do something that it has a lot of value to it. That's more than just the entertainment that they get out of watching it. So treat you. Oh,
I see Chad on there. Chad, I think it's season 2, episode 22. Guys, listen, we had this multiple times. The first video in the month, or it may be the second, but generally it's the first, is where the giveaways will be.
hey, Landon.
You need to watch the video, because I started doing it that way. When we did just the little video clips that were like 5 or 6 minutes, I think it was drawing away from our view time on YouTube. So I didn't want to mess that up. So I thought, well, I'll just start incorporating this into a video. So I will show what is going to be given away for that month. and then who the winner is for the previous month. But I think it's season 2, episode 22. There's a picture of the forest kitchen with the structure there with the post and the beams up top and everything. And I think that was like July 2nd or something like that. And it's not too far into the video. Just on that video right there, scroll down to the bottom, make a comment, because the random picker, it chooses from all the comments in that video, and then it takes those to draw from.
Shoot, Natalie, I bet you're hot in Arizona and some dry air.
I had one guy say, what's the ultimate goal for the Outpost? Well, we started it because we wanted to share on YouTube that base camp down there, which I haven't got to in a while. I wanted to invite people with skills that had outdoor skills. Doesn't make any difference what it is. I wanted them to be able to come out there, share their skill. I could video it. We could have another outdoor kitchen down there in the hollow. I want to build a hobbit house on the end of the big deck where if they want to stay over at night, they can, and just share whatever their skill is. I also wanted to video building the cabin, the forest kitchen. I've still got a barn to build. And I was telling my son, I think when all that's done, several years from now, that I'll probably start going around the world in that hollow that I've got down there, go around the world with different cultures and just build like a 1 or 2 room structure. I could even like bed and breakfast them out, but build those places up and down that hollow. Like, I could build a Viking house. I could build, a Celtic house. I could build, a log cabin like the Lincoln logs. I could build just different types of structures because I do like building, and it's a lot of fun. And the trees are overtaking the property. Every time I cut down a big tree, the others just go boom right up. And so, and the field that I used to have down there that I've had a few horses in, it's just growing up with trees. It's just, they're overtaking the property. But anyway, that's kind of the ultimate goal, was to film skills and share it with people around the world.
Cheryl's wanting to know, Dad, why is the roof so high in the forest kitchen?
It's not.
It just looks that way. It's set on a hill.
The roof, the peak of it is only 11 feet. Your standard ceiling in your home is 8 feet, and it's only 3 feet above that. But I did want a fairly decent pitch when the rain came down. Hopefully it would shove it on off away, from the base. And it would run off quicker. But yeah, the posts are only 8 feet high, and then it's another 3 feet to the peak.
Mike wants to know, what is your timeline for enclosing the cabin?
I'm working on siding. I need to work on some 2x4s for my stick framing, and hopefully, if my son ever get time to come up here and help me out, maybe by October, November, I can get that closed in.
I have to say something real quick. Hi, Pops. Papa Lot, that's my grandfather watching us on
Hey there.
this live. So, hello to you. I told you I'd wear makeup and curl my hair for you.
I thought I saw another one.
I think you could just about build anything.
Someone said that they were 33 years old and you had more ambition and could outwork them.
Hey.
And honestly, he works harder than any one person that I know, and he does not stop. I tried to tell him, Dad, just relax, just sleep in. And he said, you don't do that. So, I love your shots.
Yes, I am. I am still doing music for sure. It's not right. I mean, not right. I'm doing pre-recorded stuff right now, but yeah, I still do it. So somebody had mentioned on several videos, just being influenced by my self-reliance or stealing from my self-reliance or whatever. And I just kind of wanted to cover it because I know somebody had mentioned my self-reliance, but if anybody had any questions about that, like,
Hey, London.
London, we have London.
Yeah, London, England.
We even have Holland and Thailand, and we actually had someone a minute ago that I said hi to. He's from Jordan. Wow. Thank you all for coming on to watch us. We love you so much.
Listen, when I watch television, I watch documentaries. I watch National Geographic. I watch a lot of different things. Okay. When I found YouTube, I watched people out building, camping, hiking, things of that nature. That outdoor kitchen was an idea of mine in the former house that I built, but I never got around to doing it. I got the gazebo built and then ended up selling it. But as you notice, I did think that rocket stove that Sean had on my Self-Reliance was a cool thing to put on the fire pit. So I did do that. I added that into mine. I got a nice set of cabinets with a nice countertop, a nice handrail, and a nice metal roof now where I can get in out of the rain, and just a really nice place to cook out. So that's been one of my dreams for a long time.
Hey, listen, Richard, his video quality probably stinks because he's in the middle of a tropical storm and he drove to the church just so that he could be on with us. He's not got the best.
I just downgraded the quality, so maybe it'll speed up a little bit.
Okay. And then someone else, Asheville, North Carolina. Girl, I love me some Papa's and beer. I need to come get me some of that. Yum, yum.
Retired pipe fitter from Montana. Hey, good to have you. Next to Sean James, you're my favorite. I don't even rate next to Sean James. But I've been watching him and Joe Robinette and TA Outdoors and
Scrambled O,
The Outsider, Scrambled O, Escape Adventures,
Bearded
like
Woodsman.
that. I've been watching them for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it is a source of inspiration for sure. And you know, when you see somebody that does something and it's really nice or it works out really, really well, and you're doing something similar, it's the best form of flattery. Take something that they have and either incorporate it in your own way, or they're putting it out there. So
another thing too, sometimes when I come in and I'm just beat and I'm kind of feeling like I'm not getting a whole lot done out there, I tune into one of their channels, and it kind of is like, okay, well, they're doing the same thing. They haven't got very far either, and it's just it helps lift your spirit too. So.
James says that he likes you better than Sean James.
Well, thank you, James.
Yes, I do shuck a lot of corn. I don't know if that's a joke.
No, you didn't miss anything, John Boy.
And no, Billy Morning. No,
I knew you were going to say that. No, you didn't miss it. Well, you did miss that at some point we're giving away a chainsaw and some other stuff, but no other announcement so far. Does anybody have any questions? I know everyone's been asking some questions, but anything in particular?
Oh, I think we decided we would give the chainsaw away when we hit 30,000, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, if we hit 30,000, we can give a chainsaw away.
I think what we'll do, that Husqvarna 455 Rancher that I've got is a really good saw. It retails about $500. I guess that would depend on where you bought it, but I think that would be, it's not the biggest one, but it's not tiny at all, and it's a monster. It will chew up some wood. So I think that's the one that we would give away.
Somebody's wanting to know if you could make a 15-foot ostrich statue.
No,
hey, listen, while no one's talking, you see this right behind us here? This wonderful little, what is this called?
Here.
Dad made this for me, you all. Isn't it so cute? He torched it and put some linseed oil on it, and it's in my home. I'm the only one with it.
I was going to say something and I forgot now. Oh, the ostrich. I don't know. I don't know if I could make an ostrich. I'm not a good chainsaw carver. Now, there are some people that are close to us that do really good chainsaw carvings.
Do bears.
I even asked them about doing one, making an Outpost emblem. It was going to cost like $500. You know, I wished I had, if you've watched Sean James, you know, that big metal fire ring that he's got. I wish I had one of those that said the Outpost. Now, my neighbor is a blacksmith, but he's up in his years now, and I don't think that he's done anything quite like that. But that would be really cool to have. Anywho,
Everything Outdoors. Do you watch them?
Everything Outdoors. I think I've tuned in there a time or two. Yeah.
Do you watch me?
What?
Are you my fan?
That might be a stretch.
Hey, are you my fan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he likes the Husqvarna for sure. It doesn't matter to him if it's heavier or bigger. He likes the Husqvarna.
Or the steel.
I have the Stihl and I have the
Thank you,
Husqvarna. But I'm going to tell you, the Husqvarna starts about on the third pull where the Stihl won't. I don't know. Maybe it's just that particular saw I've got. But, you know, I grew up using a Homelite XL12. And my grandfather, and I've still got it. Matter of fact, I talked to Chad. Chad, one of the guys that came out and fixed my water pump and my other thing, if he wanted to tinker with and restore it. But I've still got all the pieces. That Homelite, it was like the top of the line back in the day. And I was using it up until about 10 years ago. And then it got put in the storage bin. And when I got it out, you know, it didn't look like it used to. But
apparently you're not using the Stihl right.
Chad says it's a user error.
You mean cockpit trouble? Is that what you're trying to say, Chad?
Cheryl says my dad had a Homelite for over 20 years. They must be as trusty as me.
They were the best, let me tell you.
Somebody said, is the intro... Well, first of all, thank you for the logo comment. For those who don't know from the last live stream, I made that on my phone. Anyone who's looking to get information on how they do that, if they have their own channel or they're trying to make their own brand, I can help you with that. Just write us on our email or Instagram. And then somebody else said, is the intro music yours? No. We got that from Epidemic Sound, I believe. Is that? Yeah, and we searched through. Holy cow! I think we went through
3, 4.
No, we went through so many different songs, and my dad was not happy with anything on there almost. And then he found like 1 or 2, and then as soon as he put it to the video that I gave him, the intro video, it like clicked, and I was like, "That's it."
Well, here's something, you know. The music that you use, too, is also kind of identifying to your channel, right? I have heard other channels use the same music. I was watching one yesterday that used some of the music when I did the drive-through at Cades Cove. I think these guys are in Ireland building a stone house, and they were using some of that music. Of course, it's all on Epidemic Sound, but I wanted to pick something that would be unique that hadn't been used before, because when you hear that thing, you automatically identify it with something. So we've kind of stuck with it and would really hate to change it.
Tim said that he could carve the Smoky Mountain Outpost emblem in the end of a log.
That's another thing too. The original logo is what my dad has on his T-shirt, which is what you see most of the time, that round logo. That's the original one. We've had several different varieties of the logo. That some of them say Outpost, some of them say SMO. You've seen them before on the shirt, or if you've looked through our store, you've seen them.
Sissy. Hey, Sissy.
Hush.
Anyway, so I don't know what I was going to say.
I want to say something to Dean. You said I must be shoving a lot of corn, and that meant I have corny jokes. Yes, but for real, I just got done doing 10 dozen ears of corn with 2 different people, teaching them how to put that up so that they can eat it during the winter.
Guys, also, these workshops, I've had maybe 6 people talk about those. Had one from Indiana, but they got a late start and want to know if they could postpone till September. And yeah, that's fine. I think I gave you some dates out there in one of the videos, but next month is August. So if anybody's interested, primarily what we'd be doing, I mean, I don't know what I could teach anybody, but what we would be doing is just, doing what I'm doing out there. But like I said before, I've got plenty of place to camp. I'm fixing to start working on an outdoor compost toilet. There are other camping spots around. It's a major tourist area where we're at near Gatlinburg. And you can look that up if you're not from this area. But if you want to come down, you're more than welcome. And, we'd have a lot of fun. So I just thought that I would throw that out there too, because, I get questions about that. And this is the easiest way to do it is.
Tim said that he could carve the bear out. He's a wood carving artist. Go, Tim, go, Tim, go, Tim. Well, you can't see my thumb.
Tim, save the day.
Hey,
yes.
Listen, something my dad's always wanted was for someone like he really, really liked the idea that Sean had when he had his little metal. He thought it was really, really cool looking, that metal
ring
logo piece that he has hanging up. He was like, man, it'd be really cool if we could find somebody that would make it out of metal, but wood's just as good, or both. But that's something that he's wanted personally. I don't think he's asked for. But and anybody in the community, or if you know somebody that would like to do that, let us know and we'll be in touch.
Hey, well, can I do this? Who do you think looks more like their dad, me or Patrick?
You do?
I do?
Yeah.
And who do you think acts like their dad?
You do?
Hardcore, ask my husband.
I don't know. If you ask people who know me and who know him, they'd say the same thing about me.
Probably. Yeah. We have a good dad and a good mom.
Thanks, Freedom Ranch. What up?
Oh, yes, I meant to say hi, but Dad was talking and I forgot.
Where are you at from Michigan, Charles? My dad's from Michigan. Well, yeah, you grew up there.
Hey, do you know where dolphins live? In a waterbed.
Live?
Yeah.
Or where do they sleep?
Oh, yeah, that's it. I smell the banana bread cooking. It's where they...
Thanks, Ricky.
Sleep. It's in a waterbed. Did it beep already?
SOT Metalworks, check them out. They're good at metalwork. Yeah.
Are they on YouTube or Instagram or where? Where do we? Hello.
Hi, Ireland.
See you, Jeff. Thanks for coming by.
I told him that this time that this live could not go over an hour, because last time I felt bad because I thought, you don't know what time it is wherever these people are at, and they may be up late or they may be needing to get to work or whatever.
But listen, even if they can't stay, they can click off and watch us later. That means they just get more time with us.
Is she talking back?
You don't mind me saying that at least, right? Hey, Poppy!
Fort Knox.
We used to have one of those here.
I was thinking, when was it? It was a couple weeks ago. I was thinking I should have named this channel Fort Knox, or call this place Fort Knox.
Didn't we talk about that?
I think we did. Guys, we went through weeks of trying to find names, trying to find platforms that were open and available with the same name. That is difficult. We have a Twitter, YouTube,
Instagram.
Instagram,
All those.
all of those. We were trying to go through names where we didn't have to change the name at all. And this is the name that we came up with right here that was available across all platforms. So
Can I show this?
this had to be it. Jennifer's wanting to show off her banana bread. Will you quit hitting your feet?
You all look at this. Whoops, I can't figure it out. Yummy. Half of it has nuts in it for my dad, and the other half is mine. It's amazing. If you want the recipe, let me know.
Walnuts or pecans?
I only had pecans.
So, you always make me hungry when you cook your breakfast. I like scrambled eggs with peppers and onions on tortillas in the morning. Well, I make myself hungry when I cook breakfast.
He's spoiled.
Yeah, here's some more hot sauce. I tell you what, that kitchen is the bomb. It is rocking. I can go out there and nothing tastes better unless it's cooked over wood. Gas doesn't do well. Charcoal doesn't do well. It's got to be wood, and it just makes everything taste so much better.
Look at that.
We're at in Detroit.
No.
North
Who are you talking to, Patrick?
Charles. My dad grew up in Pontiac.
Yeah. I'm from Pontiac, Carl.
Charles.
Charles, sorry. Over near Indian Village, off Huron. I'm sure you know where that's at. Let's see.
What made us start the channel?
Because my daddy's cute.
I started clearing that property, and I told my son, I said, I've been watching these guys on YouTube video their life and what they're doing. I said, I'm going to build this house anyway. I might as well go ahead and build it. I mean, go ahead and film it, never thinking that there'd be a lot of people that would want to watch it. But we invested, I invested, well, I'll just tell you, I invested $3,000 to start with. I didn't have to do that, but I wanted to do the best quality that I could. That doesn't mean my content was any good. It's just the quality of the video and the audio would be good. And then recently I spent another $2,000 and we bought another camera because, I was using my Canon with a GoPro, and I was always having issues with the color grade because each one has a different color format. And I told my son, I said, this is just driving me nuts. I want these people, even though, regardless of what my content is, whether they consider it good or bad, I want the quality to be good. And, you have to have multiple angles to make the video dynamic. You can't just have a static head-on shot. So we've got quite a bit of money invested in audio, and I haven't flown the drone lately, but I probably should show you sometime what I'm working with. It doesn't seem like you get a whole lot for your money because it's so expensive, but we've got a couple of main cameras that we're using. We've got the GoPro, we've got the Mavic Pro that we fly sometime. And but I tell you, I'm just so busy. It just seems like I don't have time to fly the drone, but I need to. I need to get you a new aerial shot.
Hi, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Hi, California. Marvin says his little kitten is right in front of the screen pawing at it. Will it chase me? Oh.
Somebody wants to know what you're gonna. Are you planning on setting up a compost system to utilize the sawdust and everything?
Yeah, the compost toilet that I'm going to build is going to have a place where I can empty it into. So I will probably be using some of those 4x8 inch blocks that I've got and build myself a couple of bins. And that will be year 1 and year 2. So when I get to filling one up and then fill the other one up, then by that time, that one will be ready to use, and I'll just alternate back and forth. So yeah, a lot of the research into that, I can save a whole lot of money, not having to spend it on a septic tank, not having to worry about a field line and pumping it and all that 2,500 gallon to 3,000 gallons a year and water being flushed down. And you know, it's not that big of a chore to carry that. And they have these, like the seat that you sit on, they have a separator in there for the liquid and the solid. And so, yeah, I'm thinking about doing that seriously, guys, and
Let me say,
saving a lot of money.
yes, we live near Gatlinburg of sorts, and it's slammed. People don't know how to like distance themselves. It's insane. It's one of the hot spots in Tennessee. Also, want to say hi, Woody. Woody, tell him hi.
Who?
What about Woody?
Yeah.
Woody.
Someone wants to know, Freedom Ranch says, hi, Rich. Wanted to say thanks for your service. Currently assistant chief for my fire department, going on 13 years. Thank you for your service. Tyler, Texas, what up?
Tyler.
Yeah. DP Wing says, have you worked out the rain catchment system?
I've got a couple of barrels identified. I just haven't picked them up yet. I do need to put guttering on the house, but that's about $1,800, and I don't have that yet to spend on that. I'm going to work on enclosing it, and then I will work on putting that in. I mean, I'm not in a big hurry. I have a place to live currently, so I'm not in any rush. I thought at one time I would live out in that little tiny house, but then where would I put all my stuff? I would have to rent a place, a storage unit. And the rent's not that expensive where I'm at, so why do that? I just stay where I'm at until the cabin is built. So, but yeah, I have that identified, and I think that's what I'm going to end up doing.
Somebody had asked, wait, huh?
I was telling Big D, thank you for the service. It says we are all U.S. Marines here.
Somebody asked at the beginning, what was your time frame with the cabin?
I thought I answered that about putting on the siding.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
I thought you mean like about finishing the whole thing.
Oh, finishing the whole thing, it'll probably be done close to springtime or next summer.
Charlie wants your banana bread recipe.
I saw that. I'll send it to him. It is so good. And so is my Mountain Dew apple dumplings. As soon as he gets that stove put up, we'll cook it out there. Otherwise, I can give that recipe. It is like heaven on earth. So good.
I'm not going to be in any rush to put that earth oven in since I've got the rocket stove and the fire pit there, because I can always use the Dutch oven because that's going to take some time to do. And I've also been thinking about some different ways to build it where maybe I wouldn't have to cover it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I may have to build like a little dog house over it if I just stick strictly with clay and mud. But I may put an exterior on the outside that's more weather resistant. And that way maybe I wouldn't have to cover it. So we'll see. But y'all are going to really dig the new videos coming out because that kitchen is rocking now. It's really nice.
It really looks nice. He sent me some pictures the other day of the handrails and everything. It looks really good.
Listen, want to say hi to anybody that we haven't said hi to yet. So hi, you all. Army and Navy vets here. Thank you for your service as well. Someone wants to know, what's your plan on for adding critters for a food supply at the outpost?
I want a couple of horses down there in the field to kind of keep the grass heat down. And, you know, possibly some goats. The thing about it is with goats, my neighbor has them and they're always getting out. So I don't know that I would want to be chasing any myself. And I'm not going to put up no 6-foot deer type fence to keep everything in. But I'll probably just end up with a couple of horses, you know, maybe have some, when I get moved out there, have a dog, you know, and some chickens, things like that. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I think I said in one of the videos, I grew up raising hogs. We always killed a couple of hogs every year and had fresh sausage and meat and stuff like that. We'll just have to see, because the more I'm involved, and I'll probably look at maybe retiring this fall, and I may end up staying till springtime where I'm working currently, and then letting that go, and then I would be just strictly full-time YouTube. That would be nice.
So you're not going to teach anymore?
I don't know. Sometimes they rotate teachers.
My dad is a really good teacher at the college that he teaches at. He kicks tail on that. All the students like him.
He likes YouTube so much, though. He's trying to figure out a way to do it full time for everybody out there that likes the channel and everything. But it's hard to, you got to be able to support yourself somehow. So it's hard to just walk away from that. So he works really, really hard for everybody. I mean, he'll work a 48-hour shift and literally leave that morning from his job and go straight out and work until night, and then go home and edit, and then get up the next day and do the same thing. So
you are telling the exact truth. He just keeps going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny, and he never stops. And yeah, like he just loves his YouTube. We have about 26 acres, right?
No,
28.
Oh,
28.
sorry.
Well,
Mr. Khan was asking, so I wanted to.
28. Yeah. 4 a week instead of 3. It all depends, Dan. I mean, 3 is really a push. I mean, how many gigs of content do you have per video?
Me?
Yeah.
When I go out and video, like some days I'll come in and I'll download 50 gigs.
Yeah. So
And then I have to go through 50 gigs of information to come up with a 20-minute video.
Here, ready? Somebody said, "Look at your guns." I'm showing them.
okay.
What was I saying?
We're at Missouri. My grandmother lives in Missouri. Dexter, I believe. Doesn't she?
What was I saying?
Tim sent us a picture on Messenger.
Hey,
Okay.
What was I saying before you interrupted me?
Can you also send it to us on our email, SmokyMountainOutpost@gmail.com?
Oh,
Sorry.
50 gigs, and then I go through that to get 20 minutes. And I'm going to tell you, it pushes me to do 3 a week. But because of the time constraint, because I'm at work for 24 hours, and I have to be up for that constant 24 hours. So, if I was able to go full-time YouTube, then, I could work. I worked out there maybe 6 or 8 hours before I'm kind of, just had it. And then I come home, then I have to relax before I start, because especially in the summertime, because I'm so bushed by the heat.
My fault.
But, if I was full-time YouTube, then it would be a lot easier, where I could have more time to edit, and I would just turn the video on. And, I wanted to do longer videos, but it seems like people don't have time to watch them. So I've been trying to keep them around 20 to 25 minutes. I know a lot of people that I watch personally, it may be an hour and a half. And I love those, because I want to turn the movie on, sit down, and I want to watch it. So I'm not one that's looking for a short video, 5 or 10 minutes to watch, but I know a lot of other people are. So I've been trying to keep it long enough where some people would like it, and keep it short enough where others would like it. So
he uses iMovie currently, but I'm trying to move him over to Final Cut so we can make small improvements one little bit at a time.
I'm a whiz at iMovie now.
Yeah, man, he's pretty quick.
Slap those together.
But what our goal is to constantly up the quality that you guys see, so that it's more enjoyable in every way. The music, the sound, the video, the transitions. I mean, all those things that you don't really think about or notice, trying to make it more enjoyable for you.
You can use and make a video with this.
Yeah.
But I have spent about $5,000 just so that whatever I do is the best for you all that you can see, because I like to do things right and do it proper. And I considered it, an investment in the future, and hoping that, someday that people would like it. We just hadn't had any idea that it would be like this. So.
Yes, Dan, he did almost pass out on the roof, and that's all my fault. Yeah. I literally went there, and I was like, man, we can get this roof up. Now, just hear me out. I thought it would take 2 hours. 2 hours. What was so hard about it? Figured it could all be done. Well, boy, was I wrong. It took us like 8 or 9 hours, and we still didn't have it completely nailed down. And he almost passed out on me, but he had wanted to quit when we got the paper rolled out and the 1x3s down. And I was like, hey, no, we can get this roof on. Don't worry, I'm here. And I wasn't even doing anything. So we were really thankful for Ray that day. Yeah. I think that's the fault for a lot of that.
Also, just to mention something kind of off topic, but I think still relevant. The whole point of these videos is, I mean, sometimes you'll see us do like an instructional or like a how-to or something to just kind of like add value, add content, and give like a little tip here and there, or like the recipes that Jennifer's, doing. But at the same time, like all of it still revolves around like a day in the life at the Outpost, or what are we doing today, or, like slowly building everything, together. So we don't ever like preach like this is the right way or the only way to do things, or we're experts, or, it's just like what we're doing. We've had comments and concerns in the past about, processes that we're doing that isn't entirely correct, or anything like that. So we just want to make sure to put that out there. It's like we're not, by the book, all the time. If you know something better, add it in there. And a lot of times we've changed things or talked about things about like, we've gone back and redone things that we've done the first time because of someone adding something that's valuable to the comment section. So always bring that.
Yeah, I'm not trying to teach anybody how to do anything really, unless it was like,
wait,
well, I started to say build a fire, but there's probably 20 different ways that you can build a fire. Just like there's 20 different ways you can build a house, or 20 different ways that you can lay block or pour concrete, and I've had comments from all these different folks, and, it's all fine and good. Sometimes I will tell you this, I like doing things the hard way. Just because that's the way that I am. I don't want to make it so easy, because I think that sometimes hard work builds character. And so I will go that route.
Every single time, 99.99999 and repeating.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah.
All the time. All the time.
If they had just come out with a chainsaw for the first time. Anyway.
But just so it's not a how-to. It's like he said, it's a day in the life at the homestead.
Vlogging.
Building the homestead. And there are no restrictions where I'm in. It's an undeveloped area. So I don't have any inspections that I have to go through other than.
Just get over here a little bit.
Other than an electrical inspection if I put power in, and a septic tank if I put that in. Other than that, there are no building codes where I'm at. And I've skipped over some steps on doing things in building because I felt like it was kind of unnecessary. Just like I thought, okay, should I put a header up over my doors with those big 7x7 beams, or over my windows? I probably will. Will I need it? Probably not, because there's no way that house is going to settle on that portion right there, but I'll probably go ahead and do it anyway, but that's just me.
Tina, he will live there full time, and he pretty much lives there anyway. But I mean, it's almost like he just sleeps somewhere.
It comes from your martial arts background. If we always took the easy way, you would not appreciate the results of your efforts. That is so true. Anybody that knows me back then, I was a fanatic, and I practiced at it literally night and day. I breathed it, but if I had one thing I could brag on, I guess that would be it. because I taught kids for Olympic competition and actually had 2 children that were world class, that were gold medal winners in the Olympics. And it just came down to the point where it cost money to travel overseas. And I told the parents not to worry about it, that, the kids had accomplished something in their life that most kids would never even come close to. And, it developed character, and the skills that they would need to be a better person, and would reflect in everything that they did in their life. What are you fixing to do?
Tell me how to show these people. Y'all, he's famous. Don't let him lie,
You see that little green thing?
Yeah. Whoops. You see that, guys? That is Dad doing that kick, and he was the medal for the World Martial Arts Federation. So, whoops, I can't. Don't let him lie you. He famous.
He not famous.
Just go away. Go away with all that stuff.
Oh.
We have just a couple of more minutes. We're already over an hour. We want to keep it to where we're being considerate of everybody wherever you are in the world. We appreciate everybody for staying around so far.
People we haven't said hi to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you going to build a larder? What's that?
Who? I don't know what that is.
Tismar, if I'm saying the name wrong, I'm sorry. Are you going to build a larder? What's a larder?
I don't know. Tismar, what do you mean by larder?
Tell a joke, Jennifer.
Joke. I told it. I'm going to tell it again because I think it's flipping funny. Dad or everyone.
Ricky said that it's a cold room.
Oh.
I don't know. When I was growing up, I had a root cellar that we kept things in. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. That place out there, it's kind of like a chameleon. It's evolving. I've never thought about one of those. The only thing I thought about was the cabin, the outdoor kitchen, the base camp down there, a barn with some animals and things of that nature.
I don't think you didn't really have, you had to build the outdoor kitchen because we cook so much, right? Oh.
It was only supposed to have the cabin and the sawmill. And the sawmill was only there to build the cabin.
Yeah.
That was it.
It took all the time, so guess what? He had to build it. And then he had to build cabinets because we have so much stuff, and before he got the cabinets done, they were in totes. Totes. Do you want me to tell you all a joke about paper?
Paper?
Yeah. It's just terrible. You guys will hear that in another upcoming video, but I think that is my favorite to date.
Oh, Lord.
It's just terrible. I told Dad that the other night. He said, well, don't tell me then.
Dan wants to come live in his truck and help you.
Hey, anybody is welcome at any time. I don't know if you can stand the heat, but it's hot. But it will be cooling down in September. And our winters here are mild, thank goodness. But anyway, yeah, anybody's welcome anytime.
Yeah, and I might grace you with my presents. I know, that's nothing.
Dig out a hole underneath the cabin for a root cellar. Yeah, I could. The only thing is, it's shale.
It is a lot of shale.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, we were talking about it today. My neighbor came up to visit with me. Originally, when I was just doing work with my tractor up there before I had it bulldozed, I did a whole lot of that house, that area up there with the tractor and a box blade. I spent days with the rippers on the box blade leveling land. But I rented an auger. That bank back there behind the cabin, I was going to build a berm. And I rented I borrowed an auger and I put it on the tractor, and the shale, it just sit there and it would just go round and round. It wouldn't even dig. And my neighbor had a big long steel bar, and he was hanging on the end of it to try to create some more weight. And then all of a sudden it grabbed and it sucked that auger down in the ground about halfway, and it cut the tractor, the diesel tractor. It just stopped. And we thought, oh my goodness. Tried to get it out, and it sheared the pin, sheared the next pin that we put in there. We had to put in a high tensile pin, and then we were hoping that we didn't damage the tractor or something else, or the, you know, the workings of the auger. And it popped loose, and it still dragged the tractor down, but finally it came out. But I thought, how are we going to get this big 12-inch screw out of the ground? I mean, it was a 12-inch auger. But we worked probably a half a day on just trying to get bolts, trying to get it situated in there where we can get that bolt back in there. It was a beast. But
John Boy, that there is people out there that are, yeah, they could use some help. But I'm not worried about it. My dad can take care of himself. And if not, you don't want to be in that area messing around anyway. Everybody knows everybody.
Yes, and let me tell you something. If you don't know where we're from, if you come in from somewhere else and you try to cause trouble, we have family. And I don't mean blood family. I mean everyone who knows, anyone will all gather around and do whatever they got to do to take care of each other.
Dad also bought a new AR-15.
He did. Yeah.
I happened to be in the gun shop the other day. They had two. My partner bought one, and I bought the other one because they had a bit of a sale going on, and I'd thought about one for like a year. And so I came home with a new AR-15. But it's kind of cool. I like it.
Hey, Deborah, we got school postponed till September 8th, so I have a little longer of a time. But, yes, I will try to keep those kids healthy.
Tennessee.
I hear you calling me.
3 minutes. Does anybody have any questions that you want answered, or things you've been wondering, or if you just tuned in, or yes.
Try living in Livonia, Georgia. What, is it hot down there too? Oh my goodness.
I love Georgia. Some of it anyway.
I've only been in Georgia once.
Hunting, I don't do as much of that as I used to. Matter of fact, yesterday I was standing there, my son-in-law was up there, and we just happened to look, and about 25 yards away there was a big doe. She was standing there feeding on some leaves on the stump of an old tree that I had pushed over. And I said, "Hey, girl, what are you doing?" And she turned around and looked at me and turned around and went back to feeding again. But, we've only had deer in that area for probably the last 15 years. When I was growing up, there wasn't any deer there because the people would hunt them out. And I always had to go off 2 or 3 hours away to hunt. So I've been trying to farm, the animals, feed them, getting them coming in there. So that, they would want to stay around that area. It's just like anything else that you do. If you're a hunter, you have to farm the animals. You can't just go out there and willy-nilly just kill something to be killing. You kill an older deer because you want a strong herd. So you want the younger bucks to breed. And you don't just kill a buck because you see one, Same thing goes with farm animals too. So you got to be responsible about what you're doing. I had a comment one time about me cutting the trees. Well, I'm farming the trees on the property too. That all used to be grassland where the guy that owned it before was feeding cattle. But the thing about it is, if you cut down the big trees, all the little trees, they grow up real fast because now the sunlight can get down to the ground, and otherwise, you would just have a fewer big trees and be choking out the sunlight for anything growing up from underneath it. So you got to be responsible about what you're doing. But yes, I do like hunting. I just haven't done any probably in the last 10 years.
Cool. One more question. Then we're
Yeah,
good.
let's take one more and we'll call it quits till we'll see you on the next video.
How about this? How many live streams would you like us to do per month?
Hopefully a lot, because I like talking to people.
It's now
Thanks,
2
Ronald.
o'clock. Going to sleep for a whiteboards. Use next time. Good luck. Okay, it's 2 o'clock in the Netherlands.
24.
24.
One every day. 1 or 2 would be nice.
You know, maybe once a month.
Once a month for now. 2 would be cool. We'll. I mean, like I said,
for the people that take the time to tune into one of these things, we could let them know some of the newest things that we're doing that people haven't seen yet. You know, because these people are a little bit more than subscribers. They're more, you know, they're taking more time out to come to these live chats. So we could let them know, just like I said, hey, we've already got the kitchen almost complete. You just haven't seen it yet because I've been off for a week. So we could use it as something like that if people wanted to.
We're getting a once. We're getting
once a month.
Twice. We're getting 3 times. Someone else is saying bi-weekly. As many as you're comfortable doing, 1 or 2 a month, every day. Y'all couldn't stand me every day, I promise. Ow!
Yeah, we'll try to do
weekend would be ideal.
Hey, if y'all would like to see Patrick back up there at the Outpost too, send us some comments.
I know.
Man, they've already been asking for me.
Give us some thumbs up.
And who wants to see me and Patrick together? Me, Patrick, and Dad. Now we're a hoot. Because Patrick and I do not let up.
Hey, no one's asked about my finger. Everyone's asked about your finger, but not mine. Does everybody not remember when I almost chopped it off?
Listen, you guys, that was literally almost 1 year to date. It was actually, I hurt mine July 6th. He cut his last year on July 8th.
Yeah, we were filming both times. Were you filming? No, you weren't filming when you did yours. But we were both helping Dad.
No, but honey,
we had the same doctor.
No, same nurse, not same doctor.
I don't know the difference.
Yes, I do. I live alone.
Okay.
So happy to come back. Tree branch, tree branch.
Thank you so much, Dan. Okay.
I don't want to go.
I think we're good.
Yeah. Jennifer wants to stay and chat.
Yes, I love to talk. Y'all can
Jennifer
tell, right?
wants to chat.
Yeah.
Next time we might do one longer, but it's been an hour and 15 minutes, and some people are in other countries and everything, so I want to be respectful of them.
And my little doggy, he's a diabetic, and he is about an hour late on his insulin. So.
Okay, guys, we appreciate each and every one of you that have taken your time to tune in here to this live chat. I was just scared that we didn't get enough information out about it, but it appears like you guys are watching it silently and not saying anything.
Silently, they just were doing this.
No, I was thinking that nobody said anything this time on the videos as far as the comments coming in about the chat. So I thought, well, I wonder if anybody knows, but evidently they do.
Oh, he's talking about on the regular videos that come out. Yeah.
Right. So I'll try to give you a little bit more of a heads up when we do this. So it looks like we're going to have to do one in August. So we'll pick a date. We'll let you know. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Follow us on that because a lot of times you'll see information, pics, and things on there that you may not see on YouTube. So if you're not signed up on those, sign up on them. Follow us there because we could post a lot of stuff there too.
Yes.
I will try to remember to do it on YouTube. I'm telling you, it's just your mind just goes boom like this when you got all this going and trying to remember everything. But we're trying, and hopefully we don't fail you too bad. But anyway, thanks so much.
Hold on. If you go to like Instagram and Facebook and stuff, sometimes you'll see me talk on there too. Listen, I like to talk. Talk.
All right.
Anyway, yeah.
He the man.
Patrick says peace. Jennifer says peace. And I say peace. Anyway, y'all take care. We look forward to seeing you back up at the Outpost next time.
Yes, bye.
Have
We
a good
love
evening.
you all.
Thanks. Do you know how to log off?
Yeah, we hit end broadcast.
Oh, okay.
Boom.